Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be going over another game and analyzing the game, going through the moves like I have been doing for previous videos. I'm really excited about this game because it's a nickname for it is the game of the century. So it's very well known and you might have seen it before. However, it's also a very exciting game and it's always nice to look at it multiple times. So I haven't been over it in a while. So it's also going to be a test of my tactical ability. And let's begin. So white just starts out with a knight of 3. So she'll probably just transpose into an English or like to another opening. So it goes into an English, which is fine. So both sides are just developing. However, we can see that black is not immediately going for the center with his pawns. Instead, black will just wait a little bit and then after he's done developing, he will attack the center through his pieces and maybe push even a little bit later on. So we can see this happening. So instead, it goes like this, which is still fine. He's still attacking the center. Let's trade. So develop. So both sides are developing their pieces right now. We can see that Black is almost done developing all their pieces. However, in order to do that, he sacrificed a little bit of center control still. But Black is definitely ahead in the development department because we can see that this bishop is still in here and white is not castled yet. So already we can see our first sacrifice. So it's a little bit of a weird sacrifice because it looks weird at least because you can just take this knight for free, right? The reason behind this move is so that when this knight goes here, this pawn is free and you can go here, and now you're forking this and this. The queen, so you can then start taking this and then do all sorts of things with that. So it's not really an immediate sacrifice. As you can see, white does not decide to take it. It's not really that helpful for white to take. So now black trades. Still takes the pawn for free. However, you have to give up this pawn as well. So here, we already see the sacrifices starting to trickle in. One thing to notice here is that white is still very undeveloped. So white has not castled yet, and this bishop's still there. So black has, if white continues to not develop, black has a very lucrative way to attack here, and that is just through the center instead of normally doing something else. Black can just move all of his pieces to the center and attack through that because white has not castled yet. So, okay. So already another sacrifice. This one makes a little bit more sense because if white takes this, then black can go take that bishop, and then once the king moves, so you can try blocking. Once that takes, then the king would go here, and you have to go with the knight. So I'll open all this up on the board later, but I'll just go through the game right now. So it's already kind of suspicious. Like I said, black is definitely has the advantage now, even though white is up a bunch of material. So I'm just checking a little bit. So now this is very surprising. So instead of continuing to check, which again wouldn't be that useful because it just leads to a draw because of the three move repetition rule. Black takes this, and actually you can see that the material is kind of close, similar. However, it's usually said that a queen is more powerful. However, black is completely winning here. Black is like a completely winning attack. They can go move their rook up like this. Has lots of plans. It still has this like check threat. can start threatening stuff with that. This bishop can come into place soon, relatively soon. So white would probably attack. Yeah, white attacks the piece. This is just to defend the bishop, so nothing too crazy here. However, if white wants to take this pawn, notice that white can't take here because this bishop is protecting the knight. So white indeed takes the free pawn. Take this, so just hang. And now you can see that I'll go slow. So you can see that black is up a bunch of material, and now I know I keep talking about material, but material is really important. It's pretty important in this case because usually we'd like to say that whoever has more material is winning. However, we saw that black sacrificed a lot of his material early on to get a really good attack, and now is getting back all his material, even though later on he will find a way to checkmate white. So this is another capturing the free move, and it also attacks this rook. So it's a solid move. White moves here. This is just a trade, so both sides get the rook, and black is trying to trade a little bit. However, don't take this trading as how black has given up on the attack. Black still has plenty of pieces left, especially in quantity. It has this bishop after this goes here. This bishop can go here like this. This knight can maybe like either stay there and like do this or like move, something like that. And there's the point is there's a lot of attacking potential here still. So like box. Now I think I mentioned this move here in analysis. Go here. This knight can move somewhere. I guess here would be a pretty good spot. Try attacking it not right now because this knight's defending it, but in the near future. Okay, so instead I just retreats because now this pawn is blocking it. Okay, white still decides to go for more material. However, the material, like all these pawns, are not very useful in this position right now. Black is really trying to checkmate, so defending these pawns are not necessarily the best use of time. However, if he wants to, he can defend it. So black has the potential. However, black can just give up those pawns if necessary, I think. So what this is very important. So what black is doing right now, black is has like a massive advantage right now in both material and just the general position. But black has a lot of control over many squares both in the center and around the king. Even though the queen is pinning the bishop to the black king, all of black's pieces are much more active. So what black is doing here is just trying to consolidate his position, like strengthening as much as possible before going in for the attack. So black over here can afford to just like not waste a little bit of time, but just take a chill a little bit and just improve his position slowly. Whereas white, there's not that many things white can do right now except just sit tight and attack some of black's like positions. However, after black gets rid of almost all major weaknesses, he can go in for the attack. So that's what black's doing right now, just defending this pawn. Again, stopping white from doing anything useful. So again, getting out of this pin before going in for the attack. And now he starts to attack. And here this checkmate. All these pieces are here. So if you go here, then you can try something like this, or you can just do that immediately and then try checkmate like that. So black goes here, and now this is pretty relatively simple checkmate. You can't go here right now because that would go there, so you can try something like this and bring the knight in later, or you can just go in like this right now and bring the knight in after this. After the king goes here, you can go like this, and that is check. So, alright, you can go back, sorry. And now, after this, all of this, there is indeed a one move checkmate here. She's just going like this. So, and that's it. So I will open the computer and then I will go to this game again. So I'm skipping all the opening moves. So as we can see here, the biggest mistake of black was to go here, and this, as we saw, set up the game for this major tactic over here. So that set us the whole position up all the way to the end. So this is a really good move. I know I acted like it's not that crazy, but it is definitely a very hard move to find, just because even after you go like this, it's still not like a super easy move to see over here and calculate all these variations out. If you want, because you can still go like this. So if you go like this, then you can trade here, okay? Which is not actually the best. So you can move away here, and you sacrifice a piece, yes, but I guess the point of this position is that after this queen can't really defend this bishop anymore, and even if you go here, you can go like this, and then you have like lots of attacking potential, like I mentioned before. So, anyways, that was a good move. However, now because of that move, black has a severe advantage, because black just gets, as we saw, this free pawn. Even though he gives up this pawn here, this pawn is much more important because it opens up this attacking pawn. Okay, so this is not a good move at all, just because you can take the queen, yes, but you set up the whole like checking attack, like the attack where the bishop attacks to the diagonal. Then again, black just repeats a little bit of moves here and there to get some material, and also you know, just to check him a little bit. So just getting more material through this thing, like through the attack, because you know it's basically free, so why not? Okay, I think if you go here, after moves, it's not as good to take this yet, because you know, you might as well you can take this bishop instead, even though the rook is like more points. This bishop is much more valuable, and it definitely contributes to the white attacking black, and also this bishop helps defend the white position much more. So okay, this is just a defensive move, even though you know, the complete engine say you can just keep checking, which is definitely a possibility, and it does not make you lose your advantage. Okay, so free rook. So I think here it's just black consolidating position. So, and then this just leads to a checkmate. So, yeah. So this was a great game. Obviously, it's called the game of the century for a reason by Mr. Fischer, and you know, just always interesting to look at, and just mind blowing how good the tactics are in this game. And with that, I will see everyone in the next video.